Hello people from the internet, it's time to explore the world of C#. This is the first of many C# videos, and before we start learning C#, let's set up our coding environment. By the end of this video, you'll have a working C# project in VS Code and you'll know how to run your code. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to be using VS Code in this video, so if you don't already have it installed, go to this website and download it. To run C# and Visual Studio, we need the .NET SDK, which stands for Software Development Kit. Basically, it helps us compile, run and manage our C# projects. Without this, our computer won't understand the code. Go to this website and download the version that says active. I am using the Windows x64 version. Go into your downloads, double click it and click install. If your VS Code was open while downloading this, close it and then reopen it. Okay, let's create a new project. Up top on the left on the menu, select terminal, then new terminal, type in cd and then the name of the folder you want to add your project to. For me, I'm adding them all into my documents folder, so I'm going to carry on using that. Next, we will create our console app. So type in .NET new console -n and then the name of your folder. You can add hello world, which is typically the first project name. As I already have one of these in my documents folder, I'm going to go with new project, but please, if you haven't already, go with hello world. It's necessary, trust me. Let's explore our project files. Now our app has been made, we can see the files within. We have hello world.csproj. This is the project file, and we can also see what version of .NET we downloaded earlier. So I've got version 9. Then the program.cs file. This is where we'll write all our code. The next thing we can do is install the C# dev extension. VS Code at this point may have prompted you at the bottom right corner to install the cfdev kit extension. If not, let's go on to the left hand side, click extensions and find it ourselves. You can type it in the search bar above. So you may see on your screen. If not, on my screen, you can see we have a C# extension and a C# dev kit extension. You only need the C# dev kit, as it will automatically install the C# extension as well as a required dependency. So go ahead and just do the dev kit. Okay, you can close that tab. Next, let's do some customization. You can also customize your experience on VS Code and make your life easier. Click View on the top, then Command Palette, and then type Preferences, open user settings. You may have some of these preferences above, like font size and auto fetch for your Git repositories, but you probably won't have this bottom section. You can specify your preferences depending on what language you're using. In this section, I've added preferences for when I'm working specifically with C#. So let me give you a quick run through of what these do. The first one enables semantic highlighting, which means VS Code will intelligently color different parts of your C# code based on their meaning. So you've got like variables, functions, keywords, they have different colors. This makes it so much easier to read your code and it looks nice. The next one enables IntelliSense, so code suggestions. When you type certain characters, like for instance dot, if you're appending something, it helps speed up coding by providing autocomplete suggestions. And then finally, our last line, this enables inline code suggestions for different types of content. So other suggestions for general code elements, and then we've got suggestions inside comments like to-dos and function descriptions, and then strings. So suggestions while typing inside strings. Useful for things like file paths, which you may have done with a style sheet. Okay, now that's done, do File, click Save, and close this tab. Next, we're going to go back onto View up top, then Command Palette, and then type in Snippets, configure user snippets. We want to use the C# JSON file. You can type this at the top to find it. Alternatively, you can scroll down. So what are snippets? Well, snippets are predefined blocks of code. You can add shortcuts to save, typing out commonly used blocks of code and boilerplate. If this is your first time opening up snippets, you'll probably have a commented out template. You can uncomment it by removing the double forward slashes on each line and then modify it to match my example here. I won't go over every detail in this, as we are just setting up our coding environment, but I will say the main method is the name of our snippet, the prefix is what we will type to access this block of code. The body contains the actual code that will appear when we type main in the editor. And finally, we have the description of what it is. So we got C# main method snippet. Once you've added this, let's save and close this tab. So make sure all these settings are added. We can close and reopen VS Code. Once your VS Code has reopened, navigate to your program CS file, clear any existing code, and then type main. You should see a list of suggestions, and the first one will be the block of code we made earlier, and voila, it's appeared. All we need to do now is run this code. So open up terminal and type .net space 1, and then underneath you'll see hello world. Congratulations, you've successfully set up your coding environment for C# and you've written your first block of code. To continue your coding journey, subscribe to see future C# content, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.